Okay, so I've had a lot of requests for a core workout. I don't typically set time aside for a core workout because with us doing a lot of body weight stuff, a lot of crawling, a lot of stuff hanging, we actually do a lot of core work out instead of putting time aside for it. I'll do a brief little video for you guys, focusing purely on core, but just a reminder that every single workout that we do, we're hitting our core. That outdoor workout we did last time, where we're actually doing the lapping and taking it across to the shoulder, you're working your obliques. When you're carrying something overhead, you're having to engage your core. When you're crawling, you're having to engage your core. When you do push-ups, you're essentially in a plank. So you might not realize it, but you're actually doing your core every time you do those workouts. So, yep, let me give you guys a basic core workout to do now, and then, yeah, hope you enjoy. Okay, so we're going to do a core workout. As you guys know, I'm not a big fan of setting time aside for doing crunches and stuff like that. If you want to focus on building big block abs, you got to get those crunches in. You got to add some weighted crunches into it. One thing we do, which is very good for developing the look of the abs, is obviously a hanging leg raise or a knee tuck or something like that. Probably one of the best exercises you can do, in my opinion, along with crawling and dynamic sort of plank-like positions. So let's go over them. I'm going to do 3 exercises back to back. I'll give you a brief description and then we can actually do it together. Repeat it as many times as you need to. In terms of reps, you want to hit them with quite a few reps. If you have weight on a particular ab exercise, obviously do less reps, work in your hypertrophy zone, which is between 8 and 12. Abs do like that, but predominantly we tend to do high repetitions, 15 to 20 reps. So we're going to start with a lying knee tuck or leg raise. Some people call it reverse crunch. I believe it's probably one of the safer exercises you can do when you're going into sort of flexion and extension of the abs, because there is a necessary pressure that goes onto the spine when you do this. That's why I much prefer keeping sort of a static position, like a plank-like crawling dynamic movement, where you keep yourself steady and you engage everything then, instead of actually, as I say, flexion and extension when you're repping out. But this is one of my favorites. Normally we do this one when we hanging, and it's got a real functional purpose. When we want to lift up and get over something, we need to be able to lift our legs up and over. So yeah, let's go. So with this one, I want you to put your hands out to the side. You're going to put your head down. I'm lifting mine up so that I can speak to you, but I do want your head down. We're going to start in a 90-degree angle. We're going to contract our abs in. Really get a mind to muscle connection with your abs doing the work. They're pulling you in and down. Don't forget to breathe out as you bring your knees in, right? If that's too easy for you, you can just extend a little bit further, but be aware that you are putting pressure on your back now. So you can actually change, put hands underneath. Or you can go a straight leg, straight from your up, which is definitely the harder version. So I'm going to carry on doing these. Let's do 15 reps. That's 2. That's 10. Last 5. Cool, on to the next. Okay, so one of my favorites, and you've probably seen it 3 times now in different videos, is a tripod transition. I feel that hits my obliques really, really hard. So tripod transition, remember you have your 2 points of support on the outside. The one in the middle is the one that's going to kick front and back, okay? So support your body weight with the 2 points of support, forward and back. Let's do 10 reps. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 2 points of support, one in the middle is the one that's going front and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, the next one is your crawl. So you're going to go into your foot hand crawl, which means you're going to lift, flat back, knees are close to the ground. There's about that much distance. If you lift your bum up too high, you're not going to get the benefits you want. So knees nice and close to the ground, flat back. First you're going to lift, find your balance, move forward. And then we'll go back. Let's do 4 of these. Obviously you don't have to move if you just want to lift, lift. That's also fine. If you find that too much of a challenge, you can just lift one at a time. The most important part is that you keep your hips as still as possible. That's where my attention is. It's on my hips. I don't want them to move side to side. I won't get the benefit out of this at all. Hips as still as possible. Okay, so if you just do those 3 exercises we did, you're good. You've pretty much ticked off all the boxes when it comes to working the abdominal region. I don't like to use the word core too much because essentially we're missing other key exercises that we should be doing for a strong core, like glutes, for example. Medial glute, very, very important. That's the base of your core, but we can say that for another video. So if you just do those 3, you're good to go, but there's a little bonus movement that you can do as well if you feel like you still have something left in the tank, right? Slightly more advanced. So lift and hold. You can extend and hold, or 1 up, 1 down. Get your mind to muscle connection with your abs doing the work, right? So you can even do some of these. Let's do 10 together. 1, 2, 3. As you'll notice, I'm doing pairs. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's bring it back in, hold. One thing I didn't mention, don't forget, make sure your hips and your hands are in line. Don't be out there, you'll struggle with this.